Good day, good afternoon. This is Lab 3, part 2 of the hack for my penetration test and risk management course. The objectives are to show you the vulnerabilities and then a summary of the mitigation strategies to secure the system. Then we'll go over and how I accessed the Catrix level 1 and how I performed it. And then I'll describe more um, definitions of viruses and attacks. The vulnerabilities found in key object level 1. What I found in the vulnerabilities was during a nmap scan of our target 192.168.56.104, we scanned all the ports in the services and we found that port 80 and 139 were open. So I'm going to discuss port 80 and 139. So port 80 shows an Apache web server open port, and this can be easily exploited by um, buffer overflow, and by just going to the internet and doing a script and executing that script. The next one is a port 139, which is a print file sharing services. And this is where it's another buffer overflow, but it's found in Samba versions 2.20 through 2.28. And here we go, we insert a script to gain access to the application 1 to change the passwords or to add a password. So the next step is how access to key application level 1 was performed by using the Metasploit program. So within the Kali box, I typed in Metasploit, and then it brought up the program. I then typed in use auxiliary / scanner / SMB / SMB underscore version, and which would uh, bring me to the auxiliary scanner feature. So then I use my target host, which is 192.168.56.104, and then I execute the program. When I executed the program, I found that I was running Samba 2.2.1a. After understanding what version of Samba I was running, I went to the internet and I searched Samba 2.2.8, and I found the remote code execution script. I copied all the information, and then I went back into the um, Kali box and I typed in vi 10.c. Once I did that, I pressed enter or press I, and I pasted all the information in the editor. And then once it was all pasted, I did a colon plus WQ to save. So in the VI editor commands, I got out of that and went to gcc 10.c-o-10, which then opened up the Samba 2.28 remote root exploit, and then I chose my platform, which was a Linux, so I chose 0. So I went down to the root Kali command and typed in ./10 space /b 0, which is the Linux box, and then the target IP address is 192.168.56.104, and that executed the executable program to gain access. So once I was able to change the root password to root and create a new user with root access, I then created a new account, which is tbohlen, and I created a tbohlen account to the root folder. and it's showing right there. So now we're going to talk about attack families, and the first one we're going to talk about is buffer overflow. And buffer overflow are memory storage locations that are temporarily held when transferring from one location to another location. This type of error can affect all types of software. Is caused by malformed imports and failure to provide enough space for buffer. This can cause programs to act unpredictable and create incorrect results, memory access errors, or crashes. Privilege escalations, system bugs, misconfigurations, inadequate access controls. Attackers can exploit human behaviors and design flaws in operating system and web designs. They can also, it is also defined as when an attacker gains entry using privileges and then elevating those privileges to access more information. But it typically starts with security vulnerabilities such as system bugs, misconfigurations, and inadequate access controls. So rootkits. Rootkit is a program or a collection of malicious software tools that can be purchased on the dark web. These programs provide the hacker remote access to control over a computer or other systems. There are some legitimate use for rootkits. However, hackers can use them as backdoors to target and infect with viruses such as ransomware, keyloggers, and programs to further do more damage. Trojans are like secret little packets that can infect your computer without you knowing it. So basically, Trojans are embedded programs that can be embedded in pictures, email attachments, and PowerPoint presentations. They're executable files that can cause viruses. Backdoor. Hackers usually use backdoors first to infect their target user or device with a virus or attack on vulnerable open ports on a network or computers. Backdoors are a type of malware that is used to gain access to websites by the hacker. And backdoors can also be disguised as Trojans and viruses of such. So viruses can encompass anything that we've talked about so far. So viruses are programs that attach to another program which can infect and replicate itself on a host computer. Uh, these viruses can affect the devices, network devices, components, and make your organization vulnerable to attack. Return-oriented programming is an exploit used by hackers that can execute code in the presence of security defenses such as executable space protections and code signing. They do this by obtaining control of the stack, control of the call stack, and the hacker can control the flow utilizing trusted software running on the computer to manipulate it for its use. Common social engineering attacks. Social engineering attacks take advantage of weakest links in your security chain. Attackers will use deception, trickery, emotional manipulation to cause users to provide more information. They can be caused by phishing, baiting, pretexting, tailgating, and social engineering attacks like robocalls, pop-up windows, impersonation of a help desk. These are social engineering attacks that can be used. This concludes my presentation. Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions and concerns. Thank you very much. Have a great day.